going live? It still says going live. And it says we're live. All right. I guess yeah, so it waits a little bit. All right, so you got to watch me be weird for a bit. Let's take it. I've done a number of these streams and I'm still figuring out when you click go live and it goes live from when the stream is, but there's like a 30-second delay between like the recording on OBS and what is actually like streaming to YouTube. Anyway, we're live now and here for the Seattle Kraken in against the Winnipeg Jets as they come off a win in Philadelphia before the Super Bowl. Fortunately, they all got out of Philadelphia safely, so that's always good considering how that game went, the Super Bowl that is, and what was I'm sure going on in Philadelphia after said Super Bowl. So move the mic here a little closer so maybe this is a little louder, but yeah, Kraken are all in Winnipeg safely and ready to take on the Jets here in about 15 minutes. The game starts at 5 o'clock Pacific time. I don't know what time that is in Winnipeg. I've never been to Winnipeg, so I think it's probably 7 o'clock in Winnipeg. I think they're 2 hours ahead. But yeah, so Kraken in against the Jets, a good Jets team, obviously fighting for the top in their division as well. And the Kraken have fallen now to third in the Pacific, with the Kings winning yesterday and passing the Kraken in points. Points percentage, the Kraken are still up there in second, but Vegas with a couple of wins has taken over that first spot. So Kraken need to keep getting some wins after dropping those 3 in a row in New York and New Jersey. And yeah, good news obviously for this game. If you haven't already heard, Matty Beniers is back in playing. He is probably bruised, but at least well enough to play after taking that shot off the inside of the knee at the end of that game against the Flyers that had him I'd say limping would probably even be putting it a bit generously, but hobbling off the ice after that Flyers game. But given the full day's rest for the first time in a few days, he's back out on the ice with the team, and yeah, ready to take on the Jets and hopefully come away with a win. 2 more points. And then the Kraken come home for a few games. They get the Flyers right away, and then pretty sure it's the Red Wings after the Flyers. So a couple games there at home. Go Kraken, absolutely. It's in Appleton and Carson Kuhlman that we're going to play against. Is Appleton back? I know Appleton has been out up until this point, or at least recently, if not still out. Went out after he had that weird play along the boards in Seattle. He got hurt in Seattle way towards the beginning of the season when he was skating up, and I think it was like Dunn or Susie ended up getting an interference call, but they didn't actually even touch Appleton. He ended up getting hurt as it was like the butt end of his stick went into the little hole in the I don't know, is that the little scoring area there between the penalty boxes? There's a little hole there the ref can come up and talk to. The butt end of Appleton's stick ended up going into that hole as he was skating by, and then just clotheslined him right onto the ice. And he's been out ever since. So, obviously that's not something you're thinking about. So the penalty that, again, I think it was Dunn that took it might have been Susie, but the penalty is like, it did look like in full motion that he just got absolutely leveled by somebody that shouldn't be hitting him. But it was his own stick that put him down, so hopefully he's good. I always liked Mason Appleton, even though things didn't really work out in Seattle. Never could get it going. He finally looked like he was starting to get things going kind of in November of last year when the Kraken were on that hot streak, but then he got injured and never really was able to get back to that with the Kraken before getting traded. But yes, Carson Kuhlman's still there, assuming he's still playing. I don't know what he's actually done since the Jets there. Let's see what Carson's been up to. Let's see. With Winnipeg, Kuhlman's played 23 games and he has 2 goals and 2 assists, which he had 1 goal and 2 assists in 14 with Kraken. So Hasn't really. I mean, obviously, he's not going to get quite as much of a role with Winnipeg that he did with Seattle. But yep, that's yes, we're doing the reverse retro today, which the Kraken themselves have not played very well, and in fact, they played against the Jets in it. And that was the Carson Soucy sucker punch game. So wasn't a game that necessarily we'd love to remember, but they're undefeated when I'm wearing it on the stream, so I'm sticking with it. I think I wore it for both the Boston and Toronto games. I think we've streamed. I think this is the fourth game we've streamed so far this season, and they're so far 3-0. So let's knock on wood that they can continue that. But yes, the reverse retro has been doing fine. Any news on Maddie? Yeah, like I just said, Maddie's back and healthy. He's gonna be playing for the team tonight. I'm sure he's probably still got a bruise there on the inside of the knee, but like I said during the R&R from that video or that game, you know, the hopeful thing there, and it looks like it was the case, is that um, when you take especially when you block a shot, often that hurts the most right after the shot goes in. So, or goes in right after the shot hits you, that's when it hurts the most, and then, you know, it gets better over time, and it looks like that's what happened. Doing my part for the team wearing the reverse retro. I like these jerseys. Excuse me. Ugh. Yeah, I really like these jerseys. It's too bad the team doesn't play well in them, but they play well when I've worn it so far. Other than I did wear this jersey to the I wore it to the home game against the Oilers that they got blown out in, so didn't go as well that time. But other than that, at least when streaming, it's been going well. The two games I wore it for the stream. Got about 7 minutes here still before the scheduled start of the game. Of course, that's more like when they do the national anthem and all that stuff. So it ends up usually starting 5 minutes later. And obviously, if you are new here, no, I don't actually have the game up on the stream. Unfortunately, that's not legal for a variety of reasons. So you can access the game through, I'm watching it on Fubo, Root Sports if you have cable, ESPN Plus if you're not in the Seattle area, or whatever the blackout area is for Kraken games. And yes, blackouts are stupid, but still have to deal with them for now. Make sure this is, and there's a little bit of a delay as well. So there's like, I'd say this at the beginning of every game, just in case people are new, but there's like we got like 30-second delay between when I'm actually talking and when it gets to YouTube and you can see it. And then on top of that, there's another, at best, 30 seconds to 45 seconds delay between streaming, whether that's Fubo or ESPN Plus or other means, if you will. So yeah, there's probably at least a minute of delay between. Maybe it's like 15 seconds for the YouTube, but it's probably like 45 seconds to a minute delay between when something actually happens if you're watching it on cable, or I guess if you're in Winnipeg and have this stream up while you're at the game. Certainly more of a delay then. But yeah, even from cable, there's probably going to be at least a 45-second to minute delay. Looks like All right, looks like Grubauer's getting the net again, and David Riddick will get the net for the Jets. And Grubauer getting two starts in a row for the first time in what feels like quite a while. So yeah, Grubauer in net for the Kraken and Riddick in net for the Jets. Bit interesting we don't see Hellebuck, but I'm personally okay with it. Are the Jets on the second? Are they on a back-to-back? Let's check here. I don't think they played last night. No, they didn't play last night. So do they play tomorrow? Nope. So I guess it's just a random day off for Hellebuck. That's all right. We'll happily take that. That's for sure. Happily take that. Let's see what other games are going on right now. We got the Habs up 1-0 over the Blackhawks. Got the Capitals and Hurricanes tied at 1 at the end of the first. It's all East Coast teams. Devils up 1-0 over the Blue Jackets. And Sens and Islanders no score. The only other team in the Pacific playing tonight is the Sharks, and obviously that's one you'd kind of like the Sharks to win if you're a Kraken fan, because it makes them farther away from Connor Bedard. So Sharks against the Penguins. Probably not one the Sharks win, but if you're a Kraken fan, you're probably slightly rooting for the Sharks there. Daniel Sprong is a healthy scratch for John Hayden. Interesting. Sprong did have a bit of a tough game against the Flyers. There's no doubt about that. But he's got 15 goals. Not too often you scratch a guy with 15 goals halfway through the season. Like, healthy scratch, too. They said healthy. He's not hurt or anything like that. I don't know. I mean, John Hayden's not bad. He played decently when he was up for Schwartz's injury. But is what it is, I guess. Open up a couple other things here. Let's get Natural Stat Trick open. Let's get Money Puck open. Just in case, so we can look at some stats if they come up. Yeah, Grubauer in net. Yep. Of course, that's the other thing, especially with Grubauer playing well. They would like to get Grubauer on a roll because they have to figure out here what to do with goaltending, as it sounds like Drieger's getting closer and closer to being back. Could be a couple weeks as we get here towards the end of February. I think kind of end of February was always the most optimistic expectation for when Drieger would be back, and more likely mid-March, maybe April at the long end of things, and it's looking like we could be more towards that early March type of time frame, maybe late February for Drieger. And when they bring Drieger back, that's 3 NHL goaltenders they'd have on roster. So means either they carry 3 NHL goaltenders or something happens with Grubauer or Jones. Do you think Connor Bedard will have his rookie year next year or the year after? Probably next year. I would be pretty surprised if Bedard doesn't play right away. Because he doesn't, I mean, obviously if he really wanted to keep playing in the OHL, if he wanted to keep playing in the WHL, he could. But I don't think there's really any reason he would want to. And it's not like college where even if he said he would like to, like if he said he would like to, maybe the team that he gets drafted by would still let him. But it's not like college where he can make that decision. Like with Beniers could just say, no, I want to go back to college, and there's nothing the team can really do about it. Which I think the team was fine with. I think the team was fine with giving Beniers the one extra college season to develop. But yeah, I think Bedard will be wanting to get into the NHL, and I don't know. I can't imagine he doesn't play in the NHL next year, at least to start with, right? Like there could be, if things don't go well, then maybe they send him back or whatever. But especially like if Anaheim certainly would play him, Columbus absolutely would play him. The Sharks probably would because they keep trying to pretend like they're going to be competing. Arizona's the one that's kind of a question mark. you might like. I still think they would play him, but that's one team that I don't think is too concerned with winning or trying to get things turned around quickly. Someone's got a "Will you be my Valentine?" sign up for Tanev. Man, I wanted Shane to have a clear run for Rookie of the Year next year. Yeah, he still have a possibility, but if Bedard plays all next season, he's certainly going to be the betting favorite going in. But we'll still cheer for Shane next year if and who knows who else who knows what other rookies the Kraken might have next season. Who knows if Riker Evans will be ready? If Yager Furkus will probably not Yager Furkus quite yet, but who knows what other rookies could be ready for the Kraken next season? Welcome in everybody. We're getting close here to game time. It's 5:01. Game starts at start time is 5, but obviously they're doing their intros and then we'll have the national anthem. So game probably starts here in the next 5 minutes or so in Winnipeg against the Jets. Hope everyone's having a good Valentine's Day. Personally, it's not really my holiday. Luckily for me, also it's not really my wife's favorite, so not one that we have to worry about too much. But for those that do enjoy it, hopefully you're having a good one. And if you if you're watching this stream or watching the game under the table at a restaurant somewhere, then you know, thanks for tuning in for the stream. But also don't neglect the person you're at the restaurant with. Bigger concern: face-off situations or power plays. The special teams in general. Yeah, special teams is the bigger concern. Like face-offs are definitely important, but you can plan around having a and the Kraken have done this a couple of times this season. They've had it happen against them as well, where you kind of have a plan for if you don't win the face-off, and obviously you still want to try to win it, but um, neither one's ideal. But there's not much if your special teams are bad, there's not much you can do other than try to get better. Whereas if you're not good at face-offs, you can at least have a plan for what to do after losing a face-off at either end of the ice or in the middle or wherever. So it's definitely special teams, and they've lost a number of games because of special teams already this season. So the good news, at least, once you start talking about playoffs, that maybe gets a little bit closer because there's not as many. There tend to not be as many penalties called in the playoffs. So assuming the Kraken can hang on and get to the playoffs, then at least their special team issues will get watered down a little bit. As that is much more 5-on-5, and they're a much better 5-on-5 team than even where they are in the standings would suggest, because of how bad the special teams have been, really both ways. Sup, everyone? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. We're getting ready here for the game start. They're going to the one last commercial break, it looks like, and then we'll get things going. Game probably has actually already started, but like I said, we've got a bit of a stream delay both for the game stream and for the YouTube stream. So, like I've said before, if you I'll during the game, during the stream, I'll try to give kind of I'll let you know where we're at in the game. Like if there's a face off, I'll say what time in the game and that kind of stuff. So if you do want to sync up your game stream or wherever you're watching this with this stream, then you can try to do that with those. And if you just want to watch your stream and then watch something happen and watch my reaction like 45 seconds to a minute later, then you can definitely do that as well. Do you see a change at the deadline? They will probably pick up. I would imagine there's at least one more trade that's going to happen with the Kraken. I don't think we're looking at anything major. I wouldn't expect like a Timo Meyer or anything like that. The Kraken are in kind of a spot where they're. I mean, if you're a Seahawks fan as well, you've heard this plenty. But kind of playing with house money a bit this season, where this is not a year. Look, obviously everyone expected them to be better than what happened last season. Last season was definitely one that did not go as well as they were expecting. And I think kind of equally the other way, while they expected to kind of be, I think internally as an organization, they expected to be at least competing, at least like a fringe playoff team and thinking about, making a push for a playoff spot at the end, but kind of right on that bubble of the playoffs. They, while I don't think they are necessarily, I don't think anyone would admit that they're surprised that the team is good internally, even if externally we're all kind of surprised. Um, this season has kind of gone, for the Kraken, this season has kind of gone the opposite of last year, where both seasons they kind of came in, I think, with the expectation of being competing for a playoff spot, but in more of a fringe playoff spot, kind of, kind of on that bubble there. And last season they were nowhere near it, and this season they're kind of on the other end. So, but all that to say, the season's gone way better than expected, and they're not. They've got so many draft picks with a great draft coming up here that they don't want to. They don't want to throw all that like good setup they have to build for the future, which realistically is where they're going to be more competitive, even with how good this season's gone. And look, you don't want to waste You don't want to, waste a season that's already going well for the possibility of doing better in future seasons that you don't know how they're going to go. But with that being said, you have, Matty Beniers is only going to be getting better in then a few years to come. Same with Shane Wright. And you've got already a pretty good farm system for being a team that's just in their second season. Like right around the middle of the league is where the farm system is at after just 2 seasons, which is pretty crazy. So you don't want to get too carried away with trading away all your draft picks or prospects or that kind of stuff to go all in on this season when you realistically are the team you would have better. The team will have at least higher expectations. Whether or not that pans out, you never know. But they'll at least have higher expectations in the next few years, kind of one year after another building, with some of those young guys getting older and more into their prime. So, so I don't think they're too eager to go and spend all of their draft capital in a very, not only has one of the best one of the best draft picks in Connor Bedard that we've seen since Connor McDavid and even Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews. I mean, there's what Bedard is doing is something that not even McDavid did at that level when he was that age. So the hype is real with Bedard, but even with him being at the top, this is still a very deep draft as well. So you don't want to be giving up, and you don't want to be giving up too many of those picks in this draft. Now, if you want to give up picks like 2 or 3 years down the road, maybe they look at that. But basically, they don't have the assets to go and pick up a Timo Meyer without really kind of mortgaging the future a little bit, which is not really where they, I think, are at right now. And there we go. Puck is dropped. Appleton is in, and Appleton gets the first shot on goal. It is saved. So Appleton is in for the Jets. He's back. I don't know when he came back, but He was out for quite a while after being injured in Seattle early on in the season. Obviously playing for the Jets. Jets, Ehlers shot. Rebounds off Grubauer but stays out. Kraken break out. Beniers gets it up to McCann. McCann shoots. Goes wide. Borgen keeps it in. Beniers loses the puck going out of the zone. And the Jets will get a breakout here as the Kraken go for a change. McCann had a shot there, but put that wide. McCann had a good look. He just missed the net. Schultz will up it. Oh! Tanev in. Shot. I don't know if that was on goal, but it didn't go in. Goes up to Schultz. Schultz to Wemberg. Wemberg has it deflected in front of him. Schultz will keep it in. And that'll get out. This is not good. Not icing. Susi back over to Schultz. Schultz up for Geeky. Schultz with it again. All the way across, and that's turned over in the neutral zone as it went behind somebody going in there. There's Schultz again. Here we go. As for personnel, so yeah, they'll add. Oh, here we go. Here's Kuhlman with the puck. Takes a hit from John Hayden, who's in for Daniel Sprong, interestingly. Sprong definitely did have a tough game in Philadelphia, but you would think that he'd earned a little bit more of a leash than one tough game. Certainly doesn't help their power play issues to take a guy with a shot like he has off of the power plays. Is Sprong injured? No, he's a healthy scratch. As far as we know, anyway. That's the report from the team, is a healthy scratch, so. Maybe he has some sort of like injury that isn't enough to make him day-to-day or anything, but usually they would say that, so I think he's just a healthy scratch after a tough game in Philadelphia. Should the Kraken make Yanni Gourde captain? I thought they were going to in the offseason. Like, going into the offseason, I thought that's the way things were going, was Gourde was going to be captain. But when he didn't get captain, when they didn't name a captain for this season, I think that what I think is likely to happen is that's most likely pointing to them holding it for when Matty Beniers is ready to take it. Because I think they want somebody that can be a long-term captain, and Beniers can definitely be that. Caught by Grubauer, so shot from way up by the blue line gets all the way through cleanly to Grubauer, and he makes the save. Or at least catches it. Turn up my mic. Here, I'll lean in a little bit. My mic I can't turn it up too much, but I can lean in a little bit closer to it. Sorry if that was a little quiet there. I'll try and talk a little louder there too. I was probably mumbling a bit. Hello, what's going on, Egginator? There we go. Get the breakout. Eberle's got the puck in the neutral zone right at center ice. He sends it in. Shot on goal by Beniers. Goes either off the side or it was saved by Riddick. I think it was a save. That should be the first shot on goal for the Kraken. Still looking for that. They've had some shots go wide, but nothing on goal yet. They still haven't given credit for a shot on goal, so maybe that Beniers one went off the side of the net. Wheeler cannot get it through. Wemberg down for Dunn. Wheeler has it again. Morrissey's shot is saved. Larson can't get it clean. Schwartz now will get it out to Dunn. Dunn puts it off Tanev down in behind the Jets net. I notice how little they report on injuries in hockey. In other sports, they give pretty specific info, and here hockey is upper or lower body injury. If I remember correctly, that has something to do with the bargaining agreement. Basically, that was some like that's part of the players' bargaining agreement. Like players don't necessarily always want their intimate health details shared with the general public. And obviously, like you have to have some sort of injury stuff, like for I mean the biggest reason to have a bunch of injury news is for betting purposes. Like public injury knowledge is for betting purposes, but yeah, in hockey they didn't care as much, I guess, about whether or not the public had detailed. Like with the NFL, it's if it's what the injury is, like not like body part and what it's like a pulled muscle or torn muscle or broken something. You know what the injury is, and that's not the case in hockey. And I think that has something to do with the CBA, which I'm not 100% on that. So if someone knows better, then feel free to put that in there. But pretty sure that's why. Jets in the zone, shot blocked down front by Susie, and the Kraken have it behind their net. Geeky with the breakout going into the neutral zone. He's gonna chip it in and go off on a change as Tolvanen goes in with Bjorkstrand on the other side. Jets get to it first. Appleton gets it out to someone else. I don't know. Appleton number 22, just like he was in Seattle. Carson Kuhlman number 20. So 2 former Kraken players on the Jets. Larson will get to it first. Beniers puts it off of someone, but Larson's going to get back to it. McCann's going to win the race, so no icing. McCann over to Beniers. Beniers puts it back to McCann. It doesn't get through. Jets have it again. Morrissey throws it into the Kraken end around the boards. Schultz gets to it first. Larson behind the Kraken net with it up to McCann. McCann up to Beniers. Beniers back to McCann. McCann back to Larson. Larson up to Tanev. Tanev back to Larson. Larson over to Schultz. Kraken still working on getting it out of their defensive end. Getting this transition going. It's dumped in and immediately turned over. So now the Jets in. Shot. Caught by Grubauer. Save made. So Kraken still looking for their first shot on goal with 12 minutes left. So we're 8 minutes into the game. Kraken still looking for their first shot on goal. The Jets now up to 5. But it's been a fairly even back and forth so far. The Kraken have had some chances. They just haven't gotten them on net yet. McCann missed wide. Beniers had one that must have gone off the side of the goal because it looked like a save was there, but Riddick, I guess, has not made a save yet. Again, if you're just joining, Hellebuck is not in net for the Jets, so that's a break for the Kraken. No Hellebuck, they get Riddick instead. Which Riddick is a fine goaltender, but he's not as good as Connor Hellebuck. And then in net for the Kraken is Philip Grubauer getting his second start in a row. After having played pretty well for the last few starts for him. And Jones had a couple of tough starts in a row, so not necessarily like bad, but Grubauer is definitely playing better here over this last stretch, so they made the decision to give Grubauer a second start in a row and see if he can get on a bit of a roll. Ride the hot hand. Let me know if that's any better there volume-wise, by the way. Let me just 1 second here. I'm going to make sure. Okay. Sorry about that little tap if that was loud, but I wanted to make sure that OBS was getting the right mic there. And it is. So it's getting the right mic. Just for whatever reason is not picking it up very loudly, but that's all right. I'll just talk loudly to make up for it. All right, Kraken lose the face-off in their defensive end. Jets hold the zone for a little bit, but the Kraken have it now. And it doesn't get through the neutral zone as the Jets go back, dumping it in behind the net. Grubauer has it behind the net. Woo! This is getting a bit hairy now. Kyle Connor with the puck behind the Kraken net. He's going to get it all the way up to the blue line. Morrissey shoots. Grubauer makes the save. Oh, Kraken do have a shot on goal now, so they must have given Beniers that one. And it's up to 8 now for the Jets, so I guess they got a couple more there for credit. Yeah, it's been a few games with Beniers without a point. I've got a good feeling he's gonna get at least on the score sheet tonight. I'm gonna say 3 points for Beniers. Big night. Why not, right? Sounds better. Excellent. Let's go Kraken. Absolutely. Geeky wins the face-off. It's dumped in on goal, so no icing. It also might have gone off somebody. That might not have been icing anyway. Kraken fighting for it along the boards. Geeky has it. Down and behind the net for Donato. Donato gets it up. No one's there. The Kraken have the Susie with the puck behind the Kraken net. Sorry, there I was bouncing my leg a little bit, and I think I might have been bouncing the table, so if I was shaking there, I apologize. Try and not do that, but... Alright, everyone's going off for a change. We got the Gord line out there. So the Jets get it through the neutral zone. They're just going to dump it in. Larson with the catch, and he'll get it up to Bjorkstrand. The Kraken will now try to break it out. Appleton gets it up from Bjorkstrand. Shot. Saved by Grubauer. That was a nice save. It was a contested slot from the... contested shot from the high slot is the words I was looking for there. Grubauer said... Oh, Grubauer, big save there. Penalty on the Jets. It looks like the Kraken are going to go to the power play. Oh, yeah, that's... DeMello's going to go to the box for interference there. He just went shoulder first right into Grubauer. Not pushed in at all. All right, so a good save there from Grubauer, and Grubauer draws the call, so the Kraken will go to the power play, and, well, it's the Kraken power play, so we'll see. Let's see where the Jets are. We know the Kraken power play is not doing too hot. The Kraken power play is... Oh, I wish they had numbers on this. 1, 2, 3. I guess I could go to the... I don't know why I'm using ESPN. I just go to... Schedule and results. Stats. Standings, seasons. Where's stats? I want team stats. I suppose I could just do this, but I want team stats. Why am I not finding this? Oh, there it is. No, I have it. Aha. Power play percentage. All right, the Kraken are ranked 29th in power play percentage this season. This is this season, right? Nope, that was last season. The Kraken were ranked 29th last season in power play. They're ranked 23rd this season. I was like, I don't think they've fallen all the way to 29th. The Kraken power play here, though, they do win the face-off. Get it out. Bounces onto Riddick. He makes the save. I mean, it was a pretty easily bouncing puck, so it was easy save there for Riddick. Kraken almost got a little play going there, 15 seconds in, but they won the first face-off, which is good. Penalty kill for the Jets is second in the NHL, an 83.6% save. So they're second only to the Bruins on the kill. And the Jets win that face-off and get it out, so that'll kill off a little bit of time. As Dunn starts the breakout, he'll get to the blue line to Tolvanen. Tolvanen will go back to Wemberg as he will skate it into the zone. McCann with the... Oh! And that bounces past everybody and will get out again as Bjorkstrand goes back to get it this time. Bjorkstrand will drop it back for Dunn. Dunn will drop it back for Wemberg, and Wemberg will skate it in again. Tolvanen, and they'll clear it again. The Kraken having trouble getting set up after winning that first face-off and having that one bounce in on Riddick. All right, well, Schwartz just comes in and fires it on net. Clean save made by Riddick, but they at least got a shot on goal. It's the fifth shot on goal for the Kraken this game. Yeah, that was definitely... Schwartz was firing that one at the armpit there of Riddick and hoping for a rebound, I think. Gord wins the faceoff, so the Kraken can get set up now. Second unit out there. Over to Beniers. Beniers fires wide. Eberle to Schwartz. Schwartz wheeling around over to Beniers. Beniers will get it up to Schwartz. Schultz, sorry. Schultz back to Beniers. Schultz fires through traffic. Goes off somebody. 14 seconds left in the power play. The Kraken get it back. Schultz will get it over to an open Eberle. Schwartz puts it off high. 1 second. Power play is over. Can the Kraken keep the zone? No. No icing, so the Kraken will get the one shot on goal there. Or actually, I don't know if they counted that as 2 or 1, but probably just the 1 realistically. Donato with the puck. He shoots. Save made. Thoughts on the Rangers? Good team. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a team you'll definitely kind of have to wait and see when the playoffs come. They're obviously going to make the playoffs. They play kind of the style of hockey that can get exposed in the playoffs. The kind of like run and gun. You're looking to just outchance your opponent and take advantage of those chances, which tends to work better in the regular season than it does in the postseason, as the as the Leafs and Oilers know all too well. The big difference, obviously, with the Rangers, rather than like the Leafs or Oilers with that kind of run and gun, screw defense, we're just going to play tons of offense, is that the Rangers actually have a top-notch goaltender, I mean, reigning Vezina winner, that they can at least rely on to try to make up for some of that lack of defense. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting once obviously the East is pretty strong. It's one of those things where they certainly have the offense. They can certainly score enough, which is good. Sorry, 1 second. Grubauer gets a save there on an in-tight close. But yeah, the Rangers, I think, yeah, they'll make the playoffs. I don't know if they win they're not going to win the division, I don't think, over Carolina. So it'll be interesting to see who they get in the first round, and I think it'll be kind of up to Shesterkin in that. If Shesterkin gets hot, they can definitely score enough that they'll win a lot of games. If Shesterkin stumbles in the playoffs, then they might get scored on more than they're able to get it in the other way. So I bet they win at least a round, though. Kraken in the zone. Tolvanen has it circling up. Tolvanen shoots. Oh! Bjorkstrand almost tipped that in. Oh, bouncing in front. Tolvanen. Oh, it's taken away by Geeky. Same team, guys. Oh, they're both fighting for it. Tolvanen wanted to go for the shot, and Geeky I don't think he saw him. He just took the puck and passed it back up to the blue line. And the Jets will, mercifully for them, get it out. So the Kraken get a couple shots there. Shots are now 8-11, still in favor of the Jets. Our special teams are, and the special teams for the Kraken are not great. I mean, again, the power play is 23rd now, which is not good. And honestly, it's worse than that because they're still being propped up by that good start to the season. Good play by Schwartz on the back check. Tanev will get it in, wheel it around the boards. About 5 minutes left in the first. Still scoreless for now. High sticking. Looks like it's going to go against the Jets, so the Kraken will get a second power play. High sticking on the power play again. Yeah, we'll see. Again, as we just found out, the Kraken power play is 23rd. And the Jets penalty kill is in second. Is Kraken power play going to go in risk of going down even more? Yes. They may very well drop. They could drop 2 spots pretty easily. They could go past the Flames and Coyotes. Drop down to 25th if they don't get a goal here in the next couple. Yeah, and I don't really know honestly, like, it doesn't seem like the issue with the power play last season was that they just wouldn't shoot the puck. Right? They would just kind of pass it around the outside and not even pass it in a way that's confusing the goaltender. It was like pass and then they'd look around for a bit, then pass, then look around for a bit, then pass, then look. So it wasn't even like they're like if you're passing it around a bunch, that can work, and we've seen that work against the Kraken penalty kill, which also has its issues. It can work if you're passing it quick and making the goaltender, move his eyes and not letting him get set up, and then eventually you get a shot off before he's able to catch up with where the passes are going. But if you're just passing it around slowly, then, I mean, that's not doing anything, right? That's just... You're just letting... If you hold the puck too long after a pass, oh, yep. Stick went right across the face of Borgen. Oh, 4 minute. 4 minutes, so it's a double minor. Oh, Borgen's mom is there. Beniers keeps it in. Eberle can't find it, but the Kraken do manage to keep it in. Gord will get it up to Beniers. Beniers wheels it around to Schwartz. Shot! Oh! Oh, it's sitting out in open ice, but just Beniers couldn't get to it. All right. Kind of 3.5 on one. One of the Jets players is missing a stick here now. So the Kraken kind of have a 3.5 on one. A block there, but Kraken keep it in. Beniers has it. Beniers will scoot over to his side, leaves it for Eberle. Eberle shoots. And it deflects out. Shoot. Beniers just couldn't. Yeah, that one bounced. Yeah, good kill there by Lowry. 2 block shots without a stick. And the Kraken still have 3 minutes left on the kill or on the power play. Sorry. And the Kraken you gotta get one here. You've got 4 minutes of power play. You gotta get at least one. And it's 6 minutes of power play here to, if you include the first 2 that they already have wasted. McCann has it. McCann looking for a passing lane. He just fires it in. It's deflected. They're getting juicy rebounds, just no one's there for them. They just keep bouncing out to empty space that's like slightly closer to a Jets player every time. All right, so Wenberg will skate to it. The first 2 minutes are almost up, so they won't get 2 goals on the power play. So first 2 minutes are killed off. The Kraken now, they're at least holding the zone. Get that up to Tolvanen. Come on now. Wenberg just shoot the puck. Ugh. Wenberg, if he had just gone backhand there, he might have had a chance, but instead he just throws it back out to the slot. First unit's back out there. Beniers turned it over, though, to Kyle Connor. Beniers goes back and gets it. Do I watch the UFC? No, I don't. Not really into fighting. I watched a little bit of it, like, in college a few years back, because I had a friend that was into it, and I was like, oh, what the heck, you would hang out with some buddies and watch it, but not really. God, Wenberg, you had the net wide open. Look at this. He has on his backhand. If he just freaking backhands it in, instead he's looking for someone to pass it to. You're in front of the net to shoot the puck, Wenberg. Appleton with the puck shorthanded. He's going to get a pass over. And the Kraken will regroup. It's this, I don't know which unit's which, but the unit with Beniers is still out there. I think it's the second unit. Schwartz tries to pass it over, turns it out, and they'll waste some time and then clear it out. Yeah, they're going to kill the rest of this off. Oh, McCann's able to get it before it goes all the way down, at least. Riddick plays it along, 16 seconds. And now it's a 2-on-1. Connor and Appleton. Done. Good defense. Bjorkstrand. Nope. And that is all 4 of it killed off, and they got a 2-on-1 here. It's Morrissey. It goes off Larson. So the Kraken waste that. Lots of fans who are Eagles fans. I feel bad for them. Yeah, I was slightly pulling for the Eagles, but I don't know. I didn't care that much. It was a fun game, though. So it was at least a good game to watch. When you don't really have much of a rooting interest, that's all you really want is a good game. Okay. Matty may not be scoring right now, but his defensive play is really good. Yeah, he's been playing very well defensively over this scoreless stretch. I mean, he always plays well defensively, so that's like one of those things where even if he's not going to be, in contention for a Rocket Richard ever or anything like that, he still scores a good amount and plays very, very well defensively. Definitely the type of guy that could win a Selkie or two over his career. Not quite yet. It'll be a couple years, but well, 11 seconds. Kraken have under 10 seconds left. 2-1, and we will have a scoreless first period. So we'll go to the second. The Kraken get 6 minutes of power play. Can't score on it in the first, and we will go to the second period still scoreless. And I will pull this up so I can find the right one. There we go. There we go. Got the second period up and going. Appreciate everyone for joining here on Valentine's Day. Again, not personally my favorite holiday, but if you're into it, hope you're enjoying it. Joining for a Kraken versus Jets game here. Scoreless after one, so pretty defensive heavy game, obviously, to this point. There's been 3 penalties, or I guess 2 penalties in 6 minutes of power play, all for the Kraken, and still scoreless. As the power play, I would imagine at this point, has now probably dropped to at least 24th, if not 25th, in the rankings. Oof, this power play. Yeah, it's I mean, granted the Jets penalty kill is the second best in the NHL with a little margin. So this time, like, you could say this time it's just a really good team, a really good killing team that they're against. But I mean, it's not like this is it's not like this is the only team that has been able to kill off Kraken penalties pretty easily. Or penalties against them, or penalties for on their killed off Kraken power plays. I get so scared when we go on the power play. 5-on-4 is a disadvantage for us. Yeah, special teams in general, either way, are not something that's treated the Kraken well this season. Which is really weird for a team that scores as much as the Kraken do. Again, they're like, where are they at goal scoring? Is it goals per game? Where's goals per game? This is goals for. Whatever, we'll do goals for. The Kraken are 6th in the league in goals for. So, one of the highest scoring teams in the league, and they do almost none of it on the power play, which is quite strange, but is where it is. I guess, I mean, part of it is that they don't have that elite top end scoring. Most teams that score as much as the Kraken do have like elite top end scoring that you can then throw out on the power play, and that's going to help you out there. The Kraken really don't have that, so that's probably ultimately that's really the weakness of the power plays. They just don't have the personnel to have like a top power play unit. They've got like the personnel for 2 pretty decent second power play units, but they don't really have the guys for a first. Like Beniers will be there, we'll get there eventually. Burakovsky's kind of there, and obviously like you got Tolvanen and Sprong with their shots. But we've seen ever since Tolvanen scored those like 2 or 3 power play goals right after joining the Kraken, every time he's out there on the power play, the opposing team knows that the Kraken are just trying to get him a one-timer and they're not giving Tolvanen space. And so I mean that's all you have to do if you're an opposing team is just not give Tolvanen space for that one-timer, and you don't have to really much that else to worry about. Mariners are going to the World Series this year. I'm here for it. From your mouth to heaven's ears. Alrighty. So, tied at 0. Tied at 0. It's alright. It was actually a pretty, not the... I would say a pretty mediocre to slightly shaky start for the Kraken. Excuse me. Huh. To the start of that first period. But they managed to weather that first push there by the Jets. Managed to weather that first push from the Jets, thanks in part to Grubauer. And I think they were definitely, even outside of the power plays, they were playing getting slightly better of the Jets there towards the end of that first period. So as long as they can kind of keep that shift in momentum leaning towards them, then maybe this will be a good second period for the Kraken. We'll find out. Yeah, this is definitely a game the Kraken would like to win against a good team in the Jets, though. So not a great start to this road trip with the 3 losses. But if they end up coming out of this if they are to win this game and they come out of this road trip 2-3, that's still decent. Like, for a team that's been as good on the road as they have been, it's still not great, but it's at least, it's at least something you can live with. Playing 5 games against at least 3 good teams, and I think you can definitely make an argument that the Islanders are a decent team that just hasn't played that way consistently enough. But when they're on their game like they were against the Kraken, then, and honestly, even that Islanders game was really more just the Kraken looked like they're still on vacation than anything else. But a road trip where 3 of the 5 teams they played are almost certainly going to make the playoffs, and another one could. This guy with the Raiders jacket? Bud. Wrong sport. You got this middle-aged guy with a mullet and a Raiders jacket, pointing to his jacket like, oh, Raiders #1. Raiders have not been #1 for a long time. If RJ from Emerald City Hockey is watching, I'm sorry, RJ, but it's the truth. Not that he doesn't know it, but Raiders are not good. That guy seemed to think they were, though. Of course, he's got a mullet in his, my guess would be 50s. Anyway. Then behind him, there's a guy in a Yankees hat. So, there's all sorts of things going on in Winnipeg. You got a Raiders Letterman's jacket and a Yankees hat, which, I mean, Yankees hats are everywhere. Barf, but why not? You're at a hockey game between Seattle and Winnipeg, and wear New York baseball and Las Vegas football. Sure. I feel like hats you can kind of excuse, but it's always seemed weird to me when people wear a jersey or like a jacket like that where it's just like plastered with Raiders logos and stuff. Something that's so overtly like super fan of a team, and you wear it to not just a different sport. It's understandable if you wear like a Seahawks jersey to a Kraken game, or like, if you're wearing a different sport jersey to the same, like a different sports jersey to one of the two cities who are playing game, like it's understandable, fine. Like not everyone's gonna have money or desire to spend money on a jersey for every one of the teams they cheer for or whatever, so sure. But when you wear a different sport jersey or whatever to a game that doesn't even feature one of the two cities or fan bases that supports, I don't know, it just seems weird. Raiders still haven't recorded or recovered from Super Bowl 37. How are they doing? Kraken are doing all right. I think saying it was a shaky start might be a little bit. I think saying it was a shaky start might be making it sound a little bit worse than it was, but it certainly wasn't we'll say a slow start. It was a bit of a slow start from the Kraken. The Jets definitely were getting the better of the Kraken early, but things definitely evened out, and the Kraken started to kind of even turn momentum in their favor, especially with the help of 3 power plays late in the first. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely the type of thing that if they can carry that momentum or that swing in momentum into the second period, it could be a good second here for the Kraken. And ultimately, they managed to survive the Jets' push early, and things are still scoreless. Of course, the Jets also survived 6 minutes of Kraken power play and don't have any of their own, which they're probably bound to get at this point. But I think that would kind of be the fear at this point, is that the Jets get like an early power play in the second and score on it, and then the Kraken can never really get things going. But hopefully that doesn't happen. It is a bit weird, but the only NHL game I ever went to, I didn't support either team, so I easily could have worn whatever. It was a North Stars game. Totally dating myself. Okay. Went to a North Stars game. Yeah, I mean, like, again, if you don't support either team, that's fine. Like, honestly, I don't really have that much of an issue of, like, if you're wearing, like, it's still kind of like something you see it and you're like, huh. Like, you kind of get like that kind of a reaction, like whatever. But like when you see like if it's someone's wearing another NHL team at an NHL game between two teams, like basically all I'm saying is at least go, like, if you're gonna wear a jersey, at least either get the sport right or one of the two cities right. So like if it's let's Kraken versus Jets. If it's a Kraken versus Jets game and someone's wearing a Red Wings jersey, like, all right. I mean, you're a Red Wings fan at a hockey game, so whatever, and you don't have a big rooting interest because they're both West Coast teams, or Western Division teams anyway. Western Conference is what I was looking for there. So yeah, that's fine, but like, yeah, it's just, and I think I could also excuse it if it's like, if there's a championship going on. So if say there, like, if there are people wearing Eagles jerseys when the Kraken were playing the games in New York, like, that's like, okay, the Eagles are about to play in a championship game, or Chiefs jersey, either way. Like, if you're a fan of one of those, like that team, and your team is about to play in a championship, then, or is in a championship series if it's like NBA or MLB early on in the NHL season, then that, I think that's fine. Whatever, like, you're excited for but other than that, I don't know. usually I don't really care that much about like the things people consider like jersey fouls, if you will, but that's kind of the one that always raises an eyebrow for me. Is just like, just sport or city. That's sport. And if you know what, if you're not a fan of either of the teams and you're just going to some random sports game, then wear colors or something. Like, I don't know, it just seems weird if you're gonna like be that into it and to wear, I don't know. You can always choose to not wear a jersey, I guess is my point. Still don't know who won the Super Bowl. Do you want to know who won the Super Bowl? Yeah, I hear you. I see people wearing Yankees hats all the time in other countries' sports games. That's even weird to me. Yeah, I mean, I hate the Yankees as much as almost any other franchise. I mean, the Oklahoma City Lightning are just in a category of their own as far as how much I hate different teams. There's not a there's not a ton of teams that I really passionately hate. I think there's a bunch that I don't like, but yeah, as far as like really like, I just wish they would lose every game and then completely lose every game ever and then completely blow every first round pick that they had. Like Oklahoma City, I wish nothing good on that team. The Thunder, Yankees wish nothing good. Astros wish nothing good. 49ers are, I think, probably there, and the Rams might be there as well in the NFL. But yeah, anyway, so I guess I got off track there. What I was going with that is the Yankees feel like hats. I feel like are a little bit more excusable because they're kind of understated, and like if you're a sports fan and you wear hats, you're probably gonna have sports hats. So like whatever. Where I mean, obviously, like I've got a bunch of hats behind me, and I they're all Mariners stuff. But like I've worn Mariners hats to games that like I've worn a Mariners hat to a Kraken game before. I think I wore a Seahawks hat to, which again, same city, so it's. But especially like Yankees hats, there's enough people that wear Yankees hats just because it's like there's such a massive bandwagon and they've got a very recognizable, simple, clean-looking logo with a lot of history behind it. So it's hats. I feel like it's still I hear what you're saying. It's still a little weird, but it seems a little bit more excusable to me just because it's a little more understated. But anyway, sure. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl, beat the Eagles with a last-second field goal, second half comeback, and last-second field goal. I hope Oklahoma decides to pack up shop and move back to Seattle under new ownership. I would be okay with it. I don't know. It's actually I do know it was, yeah. I wouldn't watch a 49ers Pats Super Bowl. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even I really didn't like the Patriots for a long time. I don't know if I'm still there with the Patriots. I think the Patriots have kind of fallen to the like I just dislike. I think the Patriots have fallen to the category of I dislike them and not I hate them. I think I think hate is pretty much those five teams. It would be the Astros, Yankees. There's really not an NHL team that I straight up hate. It's like Astros, Yankees in baseball, 49ers, Rams in football, and oh, what am I spacing on? And Oklahoma City, obviously. Those are the five teams that I absolutely hate. And like, if there was a way for all five of them to never win another game ever, I would sign up for it immediately. And then teams I dislike, yeah, that's where I think the Patriots are more in the dislike category now. The Steelers are kind of in the dislike category. I used to Steelers used to be my least favorite team for a long time. Green Bay Packers are definitely in the dislike category. Vegas Golden Knights definitely in the dislike. All right, here we go. We're getting ready for the second period. Their puck's about to drop, and it has. Jets win the face-off to start the second period down into their end. Who gets to it first? Bjorkstrand along the boards. The Kraken get to it. Tolvanen up to Alexiak. That's blocked in front. Alexiak gets it in the neutral zone, though. Throws it in. Morrissey will get to it before Bjorkstrand, and he'll get it out. Borgen has it in the Kraken end. Transition through. Chipped into the corner, and they're calling it icing. Interesting. Here, I'll try and lean back over to the mic if that gets quiet again. I don't really know why this mic doesn't pick up sound loudly. I don't know if it's meant to be one where you're up and close, but... teams that you really don't like. Cowboys, Seahawks. Yeah, I know you're a Rams fan. It's okay. There's still time to fix. Oh, nice save. Nice save, Grubauer. It's a surprise shot from up high, but that was a hard shot. Grubauer makes the save. 49ers, Pats. Team I hate for the NFL. I hated the Bucks until a few weeks ago when Brady retired. Only teams I hate more than OKC is UW and the 49ers. UW like the Huskies? Oh! Done! Oh, just wide. McCann out to... Oh, nope, that's going to get... Yeah, it's going to come out. Down behind the Kraken net. They'll get it out. McCann has it. Going through the zone. He's got Beniers on his side. He goes to Beniers. Beniers out to Larson. Fought off. Dang it. They got to get back. It's a 2-on-1. Nope, it's going to be just the 1-on-1. He gets through. Big collision there. Perfetti, that's the... So Perfetti's the big rookie for... Yeah, Perfetti's the big rookie for the Jets. Third in rookie scoring. Nice move there between the legs to get around Dunn. Dunn still kind of had him. I don't think Dunn really pushed him into Grubauer at all. Perfetti just kind of ran into him. Yeah, I don't know. I think Dunn was challenging him enough that I think they saw that as Dunn pushing him into Grubauer. Plus, let's be honest, it's the NHL officials who are not the best ever, and the Kraken have already had 3 power plays, so they probably just didn't want to call another one on a somewhat borderline one. I don't really watch a lot of college sports, but the Huskies are my favorite college team just because got family members that went to UW, so that's where I grew up with. But I don't really watch a lot of college sports, so I don't have passionate attachments there. And I didn't go to UW myself. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, guys. Break it out. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Blocked out in front. Nope. Right back to the Jets. Nice play. No, and then we turn it over. Oh, what a save, Grubauer. Now they're going to call a penalty on the Kraken. They're going to call hooking on Schwartz. Big save there. Oh, wow. That was even a nicer save in slow motion than it was in real time. Grubauer gets his glove up there on Pierre-Luc Dubois, who tried to backhand it over his pad right in front of the net. All right, so Winnipeg on the power play. Let's see. We know the Kraken penalty kill is bad. Kraken penalty kill is still 31st and not catching up too quickly to the Sabres in 30th. Grubauer already with a save here. Jets power play, where are they at? They're 13th, so right around the middle. Kind of a clump of teams there in the middle, right around 20 to 23%. The Jets are towards the top of that group at 13th. Grubauer another save. Good clear there. So first 40 seconds of the power play are gone. Tanev up there challenging. Pionk in fairly clean. They'll get set up. Shot goes off wide. Wennberg has plenty of time to get that out, and he throws it right at Pionk so it doesn't get all the way down. But the Jets are going for a change, so that'll kill off more time. And they wait for Tanev to go off on a change, and they fire it in. Pierre-Luc Dubois cannot get it up. Kyle Connor has it, though. They'll get set up. Trying to get it to Wheeler. Can't get it to Wheeler. Morrissey over to... Nice stick by McCann. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Oh! That almost turned into a very dangerous shot, but they managed not to. And they get it out. The Kraken will go off on another change here for the last 30 seconds of this power play. Gord goes to challenge it one more time. Good pinch there. Puck bounces back out to center ice and into the Jets' end. 10 seconds left. Oh, good save by Grubauer there on a shot from Connor. Kyle Connor, that is. Parents went to Wazoo and Drew Bledsoe was there. Oh, that explains it. Oh, good win by Wennberg. Tanev has it, and that will get rid of the rest of it. We go to even strength. Tanev probably could have just held on to that puck. He kind of got... Tanev seemed like he couldn't decide whether to dump it in or to keep it, and then kind of half dumped it in, and it kind of turned in more into a turnover there, but... Penalty kill was successful for the Kraken, and that's what you want, but the Jets have it back in the offensive end. Shot! Goes off of someone in front. I don't know if it got to Grubauer or not. Off the official. The Jets still have it behind the net in the corner. Good play by Borgen to at least... Schwartz in behind the net for Borgen. Borgen will go back for Alexiak. Kraken get a change with Alexiak having the puck behind the net. Still standing there. Borgen gets it up to Donato, sorry. Beniers has it. Eberle. Oh, it can't get through. And Schultz, Beniers couldn't get it. Carson Kuhlman has it. Oh, if he had gotten that pass clean, that was a breakaway. Susi was a little bit too ahead of his guy. Why is Donato in? Where's McCann? There's McCann. Oh, no, that's Hayden. That was weird. Donato was out for a shift there with, I guess they're mixing up lines? Must be mixing up lines because McCann's right now out with the fourth line. Out there with Hayden and Geeky. So they switched McCann and Donato for that last shift. Still scoreless here, about halfway through the second. See how some of these other games are going. NHL scores. Again, there's not really much going on around the Kraken in their division. Just the only other Pacific team playing tonight is the Sharks, and the Kraken are kind of hoping the Sharks win that game for Connor Bedard purposes. Habs up 2-0 over the Blackhawks. Speaking of Connor Bedard, there's a couple teams that could be in that sweepstakes. Ooh, good game in DC as the Hurricanes are up 3-2 there early in the third. Blue Jackets trying to make it back-to-back upsets as they're tied with the Devils 2-2 at the end of the second. Senators Islanders tied at 1 end of the second. Blues up 2-0 over the Panthers. That would be a bit of an upset as well, with the Blues clearing house pretty much right now. Bruins Stars, there's a good game. That one's tied at 1 late in the first. And a rematch of last year's Stanley Cup. The Avalanche are ahead 1-0 early in the first. Early goal for Nichushkin against the Lightning. And then the Penguins and Sharks don't play until 7:30, so still over an hour before that game starts. Face off. Okay. We're still a ways away from the midway point of the second here. About 13 and a half minutes. 13 and a half minutes right now. 13:30 left in the second. Oh, big save by Grubauer. That was a good little play they got up there. Kyle Connor at the shot in close. Oh, Schultz went down. Oh, Perfetti's got the puck up by the middle, and Grubauer's got it. The Jets are definitely laying on the shots here. Again, starting to get the momentum back. Shots are 8-1 Winnipeg here in the second, apparently. The Kraken, again, it's like kind of the start of the first all over again. The Kraken have had some time in the offensive end. They just aren't getting the shots on goal, and the Jets are. Grubauer is having a night so far. 11 shots for the Kraken, 21 for the Jets. Oh, there's a turnover, and that's a goal. Yep. Nothing Grubauer can do about that. That was just a boneheaded turnover behind the net by us, Borgen. Yeah, Borgen just gave that one up. Did Borgen just not get to it first? Oh, it wasn't Borgen. Nope, that was Alexiak that turned that over. Okay, so yeah, Borgen tried to get down to the net to get to Wheeler. Here we go. Kraken with the puck in the offensive end. Borgen fires. Yeah, so Alexiak just turned that one over behind the net. Alexiak, like he's been scoring, but I feel like he's had kind of a tough season defensively. And he hasn't been scoring a ton. I mean, it's a lot for him, but Alexiak in the same spot he turned it over last time does not this time. McCann does turn it over, though, in the neutral zone as the Jets go back in. "12 minutes left in the second. Kraken down 1-0 after the Alexiak turnover that led to a goal on the 22nd shot for the Jets in the game. As offside. Bummer. No, it was Alexiak. It was Alexiak. They showed Borgen like with his head down, which like the pass the pass got through Borgen, but he was just like going down to try to get to that puck because Alexiak was trying to put it behind the net, but there was just a Jets player there. John Hayden overskates it and goes back down to the Kraken end where Susie has it. Susie gets it up. Geeky has it. Geeky up to Donato. Donato gets it in. Onside. Donato into the corner for Hayden. Hayden goes off the ref. Goes off the ref. He had Geeky behind the net, but it went off the ref right out to the Jets, and they're going to get back down to the other end of the ice. And Tolvanen's going to go to the box, so the Jets will get a power play. A high stick on Tolvanen. I don't know how you managed to high stick a guy that's literally on your back, like back to back on your back, but he somehow managed it. That was one of the weirder high sticks you'll ever see. I mean, you knew the Jets were going to get a power play or two here in the second because the Kraken got 3 in the first, and that's just the way the NHL officials like to do things. Well, the Kraken win the faceoff and get it out to at least waste a few seconds here at the start of the power play. The Jets get into the zone 20 seconds into their power play. They are not able to get set up. Wennberg with a nice defensive play. He'll get around one guy. He'll get around two. He'll go back into the defensive end for Alexiak. Alexiak over to, looks like Schultz. Well, they killed off some more time there by passing it around rather than just dumping it in. So really nice play by Wennberg there all around on that kill. Yeah, Wennberg played that really well. It's just unfortunate it got deflected out. So Susie has it. The Kraken won both faceoffs so far in this power play, so that's good. Both in their defensive end. First half of the power play is killed off. Kraken can ill afford to go down 2-0 here. With just under 10 minutes left, so just past the halfway mark of the game. And second period. Kraken with a very good kill here so far, but we've seen them do this before and then give something up in the final second, so it's not counted until the last second ticks off. All right, Alexiak with a good hit along the boards. Separating guy from the puck. The Kraken get to it first. Tanev has it. Tanev tries to get up to Wennberg. Wennberg's going to have a chance here. Circle. Oh, how did that not go in? Schwartz has it. Shoot it, Schwartz. Couple of very good shorthanded chances there as the power play comes to an end. How did that not go in for Wennberg? Another penalty, yep. Well, the Kraken killed off 2, so penalty kill played well so far. That was a very, very good kill. The first one was definitely one where they kind of survived the start of it with a couple of good Grubauer saves. But that was a very, very good kill there by the PK team. I want to see. Hopefully, they give a replay of how that Wemberg one didn't go in. It looked like it. Like he tried to wrap it around backhand, and it. Like you didn't see it come off of Riddick, and then it came popping out the other side. So I don't know if he just like managed to get it past Riddick, but it just like went across the goal line and through the paint. I don't know how that. It's like the only thing I can imagine is he just put another one through the crease past the goaltender, which he did a couple games ago. Of course, Wemberg could have easily had a goal earlier on in this game. He had Riddick beat if he had just backhanded it on the power play, but instead he tried to pass it out into the slot. Okay, so here's the replay. So Wemberg comes around. Oh, okay. So it came off of him a little bit early, and it went off of a defenseman and then off the post. Went off of Morrissey's skate and then off the far post. So that's how it ended up on the far side of the goal. I didn't see that live. That goes wide. Eberle will get to it first. Out to Beniers. I do not think this is onside. Nice play by Schwartz. Matty Beniers will go to it. He doesn't. I don't know if he got to it, but Eberle gets the puck. Oh! Deflected a couple of times in front, but manages to not. Beniers goes out to open space. Tolvanen got to it first, but DeMello has it coming out through the neutral zone. Tolvanen has it, skating in. He'll go down behind the net for Gord. Gord will get it up. Schultz has it. There we go, Susie. Susie puts it right into Riddick, and he's able to get a glove on it to ice that down, and we'll get a face-off in the offensive end. Yeah, Gord tried to do like a jumping screen as he crossed in front of it, but it seemed like it distracted Riddick, but he was in the right. I mean, he was able to set up in the right spot, so he positioned well enough that he didn't need to really see the shot come. I mean, it was still a very dangerous shot, so good opportunity there for the Kraken. As the Jets now have it cleanly through the neutral zone. Neil Pionk will have a nice save by Grubauer there. Morrissey turns it over. Fighting for it along the blue line. Bjorkstrand has it in. Fanned on it. The Jets will now get back in the neutral zone. 7 minutes left in the second. Nice defensive play there by Donato. Morgan Geekie has it. Shoot it, Geekie. Shoot it. They score! Yes! John Hayden. What a pass from Geekie. Geekie throws it net front. Oh, there's a guy with a Geekie jersey even. How about that? A guy in the stands with a Geekie jersey handing out high fives. What a pass from Geekie. This all starts from Alexiak. Not the best pass from Alexiak. Almost ices it. Geeky throws his stick out along the boards to get it. Then he gets to it right in front for Hayden. And Hayden just keeps his stick on the ice and tips it in. What a pass. Let's go. Tied at 1. So that's John Hayden with his second of the season, I believe. From Geeky and Alexiak is how that one will be scored. Donato with the puck down along the Kraken in the offensive end again. Hayden has it again. Hayden shoots, goes wide, got deflected in front. Geeky has it again. Eberle on the change, in. Eberle circles, shot! Blocked in front. Borgen has it, pinching in. Oh, just past Geeky. Kraken still going. Geeky will go off on a change. That'll bring Beniers on the ice. Eberle has it out to Alexiak. Alexiak feeds it in for McCann. Here's Beniers on the other side. Beniers out in front. Doesn't get through to McCann, who is standing in front of the goaltender. And this is Larson one-on-one with Perfetti. Perfetti goes around for Kyle Connor in the back. Vince Dunn, nice defensive play along the boards behind the Kraken net. Dunn still trying to get it. Beniers gets to it. Pops out. And right out to Eberle standing in the slot. Larson will not fire it in, which is what McCann was expecting. Yeah, Larson needed to just fire that one in. McCann was going in to try and get to it first, but... Yeah, they had a chance there to get into the offensive end, but Larson, like, McCann and Beniers were both ahead of Larson, and Larson just didn't fire it in to prevent them from being offside, so then they had to wheel around and go back and start over. That allowed the Jets to take it the other way. Happy birthday, John. So apparently John Hayden's birthday as well. I think. I know it's John Forsland's birthday. Is it Hayden's birthday as well? We'll find out. Yeah, it's John Hayden's birthday too. Happy birthday, John Hayden. Gets a goal on his birthday. How about it? Favorite player on one of those 5 teams that I hate? I'll be honest, I don't know a single player that plays for the OKC Thunder, and I do not care to. Yankees. I do like Aaron Judge. So far. I don't know a lot about him, but I mean, he is a fun player to watch, and he's obviously very, very good. He seems like a good guy so far as I know. Haven't looked too much into it, so I could be wrong about that. But as far as I know, it seems like a good dude. I mean, Bobby Wagner plays for the Rams, unfortunately, but I love Bobby Wagner. So Bobby Wagner is probably my favorite team of any of the 5 teams that I really don't like. Which is a bit of a cheat, but it is what it is. He plays for them. It might hurt me that he does play for them, but he does, and yep, favorite player of any of those 5 teams. There's nobody on the Astros that I like. No. Play for a cheating organization, you might as well be a cheater yourself. Actually, I don't hate Verlander, but I'm not a huge Verlander fan either. And I guess Verlander's not there anymore, so that doesn't count. At least I don't think. Did he go somewhere? I can't remember if he actually did end up going somewhere yet. Schwartz has it. Kraken pressing for more. Schultz has it. Schultz gets it over to Wemberg. Wemberg shoots. Wemberg shot the puck. It was not the highest danger scoring shot, but He actually shot it. Got deflected in front. That definitely could have led to a goal. Weird play there. Bjorkstrand. Oh, right off of Riddick. Kraken and Appleton ran into somebody in the slot, and the puck just kind of popped right out to Bjorkstrand. He got a good shot off and just put it right off Riddick. I did not see who they said that was, to be honest. Appleton gets to the... Gord won the face-off, but Appleton got to it first. Obviously, old line mates no longer playing together. A year ago this time, Gord wins a face-off to Appleton would have been a good thing, but not this game. The Mets? Is that where he went? One of those good big pitchers went to the Mets. I guess they lost a big... Yeah, I guess it was maybe the Mets, wasn't it? Because they lost... They lost their... I don't know. I've like temporarily deleted baseball knowledge from my brain. No... Why am I spacing on the Mets player that... Where is he? Where did he go? He went to like San Diego or something? Oh boy. Coolman. Bit of a broken 2-on-1. Geeky and whoever 28 is for the Jets are not happy with each other behind the Kraken net. Oh, it goes off Larson's skate, and that turned into kind of a broken 2-on-1, and Carson Coolman almost tucked it in past Grubauer, but Grubauer got his foot to the post in time. Jacob deGrom, that's who I was... Yeah. I don't know why I was spacing on deGrom. It was like he's only like the best pitcher in baseball over the last few years, or one of the best. He went to the Rangers. That's right. I was like, it was someone random that's not actually good. Yeah, the Rangers. The Rangers, who will still probably be bad, but with a great pitcher. I mean, I guess deGrom. He chose to go there, right? That was a free agency move. Like, I mean, that's like a Rangers thing. Like, pay a really good free agent a ton of money to come to your team and be a reason for fans to show up because the rest of the team's gonna suck. But deGrom did not go to a lot of playoffs with the Mets and will probably continue to do so with the Rangers. Alrighty. Nice play there by whoever Morgan. Wolf. Don't know much about Morgan Barron, I'll admit, but that was a nice little play there to get through the Kraken defense and create something. But Grubauer gets his glove on it to prevent it from becoming anything too dangerous. I think the AL West will be Trash Stros, Mariners, Rangers, Angels, A's. Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, Astros, Mariners 1-2 I think seems pretty safe. And then A's is last is pretty safe. So then it's Rangers and Angels, who knows between those two teams. And that'll be icing coming back down with just over 2 minutes left in this second period. That was a weird little... Tanev tried to pull it past someone. It just bounced wildly off of his skate right back the other way, but then the Kraken got... Anyway, Kraken have it now in their end as they start a breakout. Borgen with it. He's going to throw it in so the Kraken can go chase. Schwartz does. Schwartz gets it to Tanev. Tanev has it intercepted on its way out to Wemberg, and the Jets will start a breakout back through the neutral zone the other way. Into the corner where Dubois and Larson will go at it. Tanev gets to it after those two collide. This is Susie up to Schwartz. Schwartz gets to it. Kraken have a power play coming up here, so delayed penalty. And with 1:14 left in the second, the Kraken will get a power play that will obviously bleed over into the second if they aren't able to score here in the last minute. Or into the third, sorry. Interference on Pierre-Luc Dubois sends the Kraken to their fourth power play of the game. Yeah, that was... So Pierre-Luc Dubois took a hit from Larson as they both went for the puck, and apparently that frustrated him enough to take a run at Dunn along the boards well after he'd gotten rid of the puck. So just a really stupid play by Pierre-Luc Dubois and an easy call for the officials there. The Kraken are having trouble getting across the blue line here. 47 seconds left. And the Kraken are doing their best to kill off time themselves. 40 seconds left in the in the second period, sorry. All right, here's Wemberg breaking in with the puck. He gets it out to the Kraken will get set up. Done to McCann. McCann shoots off a... Oh, it went in! That bounced off a couple of guys. McCann fired it. It bounced off two guys and somehow ends up in the back of the net. I didn't hear if Forsland said pinball wizard, but that was about as pinball wizard as you get. And even McCann's like, I don't know, guys, but I'll take it. That's what they call a goal scorer's goal. It goes off of two guys. Appleton's the one that goes off of second and into the net. I don't know who number 2 is for the Jets. Oh, it's Dylan DeMello. So it goes... McCann shoots it. It goes off DeMello's skate, across over, off Appleton's skate, and then into the far side of the net. And McCann just kind of a smile on the bench. Oh, well, the Kraken score on the power play. It's not a conventional goal, but you take those. Five seconds left, and we'll get to the end of the second. The Kraken lead 2-1 off of the Mason Appleton goal, but since he doesn't play with the Kraken anymore, it counts for Jared McCann. Mason Appleton, always a Kraken. I wanted it to work for Appleton so bad in Seattle. He was like... I mean, obviously everyone was excited about like Gord and like Larson. There was definitely some guys we were excited about out of the expansion draft, but Appleton was the one that I was like, this might have been a sneaky, like really good pick from the Kraken here. Like this is a guy that could break out for sure. And then it just never really happened. So he went back to the Jets, which by the All-Star break is where he wanted to go. Will you take those? Lol, this goal will 100% be on Steve's dang it's. Maybe. I mean, like, that is definitely something that makes you say dang it. I think if anybody follows the NHL Weird, I bet that's a goal that'll be on the like NHL Weird compilation. Which are pretty good videos the NHL video or NHL YouTube channel puts together. Like just weird things that happened. Well, the Kraken lead 2-1 after 2. Actually, I should probably make sure that that gets changed to the third period as we head into that. Save as a copy. Not as a JPEG, because that'll be bad. Which one? I gotta make sure I'm doing the right one here. There it is. Yep, changed it to third. Cool. Cool. All right. Well, the Kraken do score a power play goal there at the end of the period. As McCann puts it off of, I mean, just exactly what he was looking for there. Clearly, Jared McCann, incredible at pool as he puts it off of 2 penalty killers for the Jets. It goes off Dylan DeMello's skates in front of him, and then across the crease to Mason Appleton off his skates and into the back of the Jets net. I'll admit, like, I'm not a huge fan of, like, these new commercials of Chipotle's kind of annoy me with the, like, weird guy talking behind the camera. But they know how to get me with the mixing a giant vat of guac. I just see that, I'm like, I just want guac and chips. All I want is, like, some good guac and some Juanita's chips, and just, oh man, little hungry right now, but I could really go for some guac and Juanita's chips. Had some during the Super Bowl, and yeah, I could definitely go for some more. Actually, it was right before the Super Bowl, but just how the Kraken drew it up in the drew it up in Madden. Well, it's good to see Appleton get on the board. It's been a while. Well, I guess he doesn't actually, but yeah. So Beniers won. So they're looking at the goal the Jets scored. Beniers won the faceoff. Alexiak has it down in the corner. He decides to throw it behind the net without looking. Like, he no-look passes it behind the net. That's right to Nikolai Ehlers is the guy there behind the net. And then Wheeler's by Alexiak, and Wheeler gets to the puck first. So Alexiak not only turns it over, but then doesn't get to his guy. Yeah. That was just a really bad giveaway by Alexiak. Fortunately, he made up for it by starting that play on the John Hayden goal that tied the game. So, I mean, obviously, the better pass there, and honestly, better reception of the Alexiak pass was well wide of Geeky, but he managed to, like, throw his stick out and get to it. Oh, what a save that was. They showed the one from the first period on Pierre-Luc Dubois. Or no, sorry, early second period from Pierre-Luc Dubois. That is a lot of green circles around the Kraken net. Yeah, they're getting a lot of shots on goal, those Jets. 7 blocks for the Kraken so far, 6 missed shots by the Jets, and 25 on goal. Oh, what a pass from Geeky. Absolutely perfect in front of the net to Hayden. And Tolvanen, it looks like, will get an assist on that McCann goal. That is about as lucky of a bounce or two bounces as you're ever going to see. How many is that for? I think that's 24 for McCann. 25 for McCann now. So McCann's only 2 away from what he had last season. He had 27 last season. It's 27 and 23. 27 assists, 23 point, 27 goals, 23 assists for 50 points last season for McCann. And that one almost went in off of Wheeler. That Wemberg one early on almost went in off of Wheeler. Imagine if the Kraken scored twice off of putting it off a Jets skates. RJ says, "Hey Scott, been enjoying the stream. Juanita's chips are the best." Absolutely. Need to work on getting some Juanita's chips and guac in the press box, I think. I think that's what we need to work on. It's all that I can think about right now. Especially with it's just commercials because it's the break. Hope you haven't been watching for too long, RJ. It may have come up. It came up organically, but there may have been some unfavorable talk about the Raiders as they. I mean, you're watching it too. You saw that guy with the Raiders jacket on. But thanks for stopping in, RJ. RJ of Emerald City Hockey there, stopping in. Tolvanen has been such a great pickup. Nashville fans not too happy about that. No, they weren't too happy about it when it happened. Even before he, like, I mean, to the credit of Nashville fans over their GM, almost all Nashville fans, or at least the majority of them, were upset even when he got waived, much less when he got picked up. And then it was like, well, of course he's going to do well right after he gets picked up. But yeah, 9 goals, and I think that was his 4th assist with the Kraken. So 13 points with the Kraken. He did get the assist, right? Just make sure. Yeah. So Tolvanen, his 6th assist of the season, but yeah, 4 with the Kraken. Because he had 1 goal, or he had 2 goals and 2 assists with Nashville before coming over. So 6th assist of the season, but 4th with the Kraken for Tolvanen. And then Dunn gets his 31st assist also on that McCann goal there at the end. So Dunn just keeps picking up points. These Premier Blue Cross commercials with the Kraken are sure interesting. They're just kind of, like, I like them because they're kind of goofy, but they're not the best scripted. Obviously, the acting isn't the best because these are professional athletes, not professional actors, but the scripting leaves a little to be desired in a couple of them. They're goofy, so I like them. I'm used to it, he says. I'm sure about the Raiders thing. Yeah. See, and there you go. See, there's a commercial with Alexiak, and that's like, actually Alexiak does a pretty good job of like athlete acting, and he doesn't have to say a lot, but Alexiak, even with that turnover, he might be the best athlete actor on the team so far from like the commercials we've seen with the Kraken players. He does a pretty good job with his commercials. So far, I've only seen McCann have that one appearance in that Premier Blue Cross commercial where he just kind of like weirdly out of nowhere just smiles and goes, mm-hmm. So McCann might be at the other end of that one, but well, I think I'll say Alexiak's the best athlete actor on the team right now. They're definitely not the old Mariners commercials. No, I mean, to be fair, those were ones actually done by the team, so like that I think was part of it. But I mean, the Mariners commercials were always so good. John Hayden staring at the camera. John Hayden looking at the camera again. He just talking to the camera, talking to the fans. Like, you can tell he's like really not sure where to look, so he just keeps looking at the camera. I love it. You don't like ever see players look at the camera or acknowledge it whatsoever, and then John Hayden's just like, no, I'm gonna look at the camera while I answer these questions. Cracked a smile there at the end with the happy birthday wishes. Thanks for stopping in, everybody, again. Obviously, things looking up here at the end of the second period. The Kraken lead by 2-1. After a scoreless first, Jets got on the board first, unfortunately, in the second with an Alexiak turnover off of Beniers wins a face-off. Alexiak turns it over, and then Wheeler gets past Alexiak to go get the goal in front of the net. No chance for Grubauer on that one. And Grubauer's probably been the best player for the Kraken so far, let's be honest. Call it what it is. But then the Kraken come back with 2. Alexiak kind of helps make up for the mistake that led to the goal with a. You could say he got a secondary assist on the. Actually, yeah, it would be a secondary assist. An assist on the Wheeler goal, and then gets a secondary assist, getting it all the way through the neutral zone up to Geeky, who then has a beautiful pass to John Hayden, who scores and tie the game. And then at the very end of the period, the Kraken get a 4th power play of the game, and McCann with the secondary assist gets the goal. I mean, he gets a goal, but he puts it off of 2 Jets players. It goes off of DeMello and then Appleton and into the Jets net. So Kraken lead 2-1. I don't know. I was watching that commercial. Spacing out there about thinking about guac again. I swear Juanita's chips are not a sponsor, but it's just whatever reason they're the ones I'm thinking about right now. We'll get through this third though, and then I'll get something to eat. Don't need to make you guys watch me stream eating dinner in the intermission. Oh man, let's look at where's Dunn at as far as like team scoring. He's got to be up there. Is he like 3rd now? Past Beniers probably. May have already been past Beniers. Been on a bit of a. I don't think Beniers is getting the 3 points that I said he was going to get in the first period. I tried to will it into existence wearing the jersey, and then Eberle has the most points. I forgot to mention that in the last R&R. Eberle did pass Burakovsky to get 40 points, 11 goals, 29 assists. And then, yep, Vince Dunn. Vince Dunn is tied Burakovsky at 39 points for second with... Actually, no, he'll have taken the lead. Dunn's actually tied for the most points on the team right now. Because Dunn's got 9 goals and 31 assists now. So he's tied for the lead on the team with 40 points. Then Beniers has the 36 on 17 goals, 19 assists. And McCann with 25 goals now and 13 assists has 38 points. So... And keeping in mind that McCann led the team last year with 50, so the Kraken are going to have a few guys get past 50 this season. All right. Here we go, getting ready for the third to start. Ooh, Kraken faceoffs won, tied at 19. How about that? Kraken are 22, 1, and 2 when leading after 2 periods. So I like those odds. Just gonna knock on wood real quick, you know. Not too superstitious about that, but you know how it is. You don't wanna jinx it. It delighted Dave Hackett. The Kraken got a goal from that man off of a nice bounce, as it shows McCann. It delighted Dave Hackstall. They cut to Hackstall, and he just has the most, like, bored, ready for something to happen look on his face. All right, puck is dropped, and we're started off the third period here as the Kraken get into the offensive zone. Borgen's got a shot. Out in front. Oh, off of Tolvanen. Oh, they had that one set up. Oh, they did get that bounce from McCann, but they've had a couple that should have ended up in the back of the net now, and that was one of them. The other one would have been on the first power. I think it was the first power play where Wemberg had a spot to shoot at with no goaltender, but he tried to pass it. He didn't see it. It wasn't looking backwards. He was facing away from the net, and he could have backhanded it into the net, but instead passed it out, and it obviously didn't lead to a goal in that power play. Anyway, 1 minute out into this third period. The Jets are in. They're going to get a shot, and either went wide or Grubauer got a piece of it, but it's not in the net, which is the important part. Beniers out to Eberle. Eberle, backhand save made. Larson, shot and caught by Riddick. Woo, nice little breakout there with Eberle and Beniers. Oh, just Tolvanen just... I think that the pass might have been a little harder than Tolvanen was expecting. It didn't get his... He tried to like angle his stick a little bit too early, and it just pushed it wide. That could have been goal number 10 for Tolvanen for the Kraken. That'll be offsides. The Kraken will have to go reset as they won the faceoff, but couldn't get back. Ooh, nice play, Tanev. Beniers has it. Beniers shoots. Oh, rebounded out in front, but the Jets were there to clean it up. Oh, pinch by Dunn. Kyle Connor has it. Tanev behind the Kraken net. Turns it over to Connor. Ehlers has it. This is the top line for the Jets now. Kyle Connor has it. Met by Tanev and Dunn. Nobody knows where it is. Beniers gets to it. Ehlers got his stick tangled up, I think, in Beniers' skates. So that's why there's no call there. Schwartz and Pierre-Luc Dubois giving each other a hug in the corner for some reason. Jets fan right by the microphone, right behind Dunn, who's behind the Kraken net, banging on the glass there, just ready for Dunn to make a move. He does. They do not get through the neutral zone, and the Jets come in. Appleton tries to get in front. And Hayden with a nice back-checking play there to lift his stick and not allow the shot. Appleton, shot, stop. Oh, and Dunn cleans it up. Out to the center ice. Pionk shoot it back into the Kraken end. So the Kraken having a hard time getting into the neutral zone and then out of it the other way. The Jets get set up. Morrissey has it. Shot, stick broke. Larson has it. Or sorry, Donato has it. Sound cut out. Can't see what happened. Feeds back. And it's going to come around for DeMello as the Jets have gotten a change. Morrissey has it. Blocked in front. John Hayden will get to it, and the Kraken will at least get it out of their end. No, they won't. Just kidding. Schultz has it. He goes around. Gets past Borgen. Morrissey keeps it in. Winnipeg still set up. Kuhlman's shot gets blocked in front or saved. Not in the net. That's the important part. Still set up. The Kraken need to get a change. Tolvanen will get out so the rest of everyone can get changed. Tolvanen will stay out there. I guess Tolvanen was the one that managed to change. Tolvanen keeps with it. Gord has it. Gord chips it in. That was very nearly holding there. Bjorkstrand tried to pinch, but the puck ends up on the stick of the Jets as they get through the neutral zone and back in. Soucy has it. Bjorkstrand will put it into the corner. The Jets will definitely get to that one first as the Kraken looks like they're going off for another change again. Hayden is working for his spot. Yeah, he's having a pretty good game. I mean, as much as I think Sprong should probably be in there instead of... I guess it is his birthday. Maybe that's why they put him in instead of Sprong. Like, I'd rather have Sprong in there, but Hayden's definitely making it, you know, showing that he's earned his spot and adds to that depth that the Kraken have on that forward end. Nice play from Tanev there. As Wenberg loses that faceoff. In on Grubauer, so there will be no icing. DeMello gets it across. Schwartz not allowing DeMello to get in clean. Schwartz is going to get caught up to here. Will he get a shot off? No, he'll turn around, look for a pass. Still not finding one. Goes down into the corner where Larson has it. Larson leaves it for Eberle. Eberle behind the net. Out in front, Beniers. Couldn't, little handicapped there by that pass. Ehlers tries to go back for Beniers has it. It's Kyle Connor, then passed up front right to the Jets. Eberle has it. Eberle looks around. Borgen. Oh, off the post. Kyle Connor loops back in. The Kraken go for a change as Eberle presses, and then he'll go and change. Donato into forecheck. But the Jets have control as they'll start the breakout from behind their net. Thrown in around. Ooh, big hit there on Soucy by Appleton. Teammates last year for most of the season. John Hayden and Geeky are in the same place at the same time. Carson Soucy skates it in by himself. He'll look for a pass. He finds it. Geeky shot! Save made. Cole Perfetti puts it around Soucy, but can't get back to it. Geeky still looking for someone to pass to. Larson's up. Appleton turns it over, or that was Bjorkstrand turned it over to Kuhlman. Started the season as teammates. Not on his team anymore, though, so let's not pass it to Kuhlman anymore. There's Tolvanen in. Tanev has it. Tanev will chip it into the corner. He didn't quite get it clean as it was bouncing. Tanev's got it. Fanned on the pass. Here we go. Gord's got it in his skates. Tolvanen. Tanev. Oh. Tanev out to Dunn. Dunn shoots. Larson pinching down. Gets it around the corner. Looks like Kuhlman will get to it first. He does. And the Jets will reset as everyone goes off for a change. For both teams. Pionk, the only man on the ice, standing there with the puck as they have regrouped and now start with all new players. Down in the corner in the Kraken end. There's still a lot of chaos happening in that corner, and Alexiak's the one that pops out with it. Goes under Donato's stick. Jets regroup in their end again. They will dump it back into that same corner where it all started. Full circle. And we're back to chaos in that corner. Beniers down there with two people. Now Borgen joins him. Beniers has the puck. Can he get out with it? He sure can. And he'll get it out. That will come down for icing. So 11 minutes left, and we'll get some icing. There's Borgen's mom again. Pionk shot. Grubauer, it either went wide or Grubauer got a piece of it, but it's not in the net. Beniers does not get it out. Dubois has it up in the corner. Donato. McCann has it, but he's not going to get a breakaway. That was the end of a shift there because of the icing. So the Kraken go off to change. Newlon on the ice as Pionk gets it in. He just puts it right on Grubauer. Grubauer got some chaos there behind the Kraken net as Grubauer had to dive on that puck. And then, I mean, there was not much they could have done about it. Pionk just went flying over Grubauer, tripped on Grubauer, went flying into the boards. And Alexiak didn't like it because he made contact with his goaltender, but there's nothing Pionk could have done about that. So Grubauer just kind of dove in front of him. All right. I'll be right back. There we go. We're back. We're back. Insurance goal sure would be nice. Borgen almost had one. He put it off the post, and Tolvanen almost had one as earlier on when Borgen put it off of Tolvanen's stick, and Tolvanen just didn't have his stick strong enough on the ice, so it went wide instead of going in. They've gotten close to that third one here a couple of times. That is a pretty good draft class, yeah. McDavid, Sebastian Aho, Kyle Connor, Mikko Rantanen, and Jack Eichel. That's the kind of draft class that people are expecting this year's draft to turn into. Quick shot there from Morrissey, but right on Grubauer, he makes another save. And the Kraken lose another faceoff. Here's Morrissey. Shot. And that's in the net. I think that went off of a Kraken, so they get the lucky bounce back. Tied it 2 about halfway through the third. What happens here? Shot. So Dubois hits the rebound, and yep, it goes off of Dunn's shin. All right, well, each team got a lucky bounce goal, so can't argue too much with it after the McCann one. Lucky bounces both ways, though. Love that you're doing the streams. Appreciate it. Thank you. Fun to do. Fun to do when I get the chance. Sometimes hard to. Apparently that's icing. Yeah. I mean, Grubauer honestly is playing well enough that he deserves a shutout, but he has one goal off of his own defender, and then the first goal, there's nothing he can do about that. That was just a turnover by his defenseman behind the net, and then allowed Blake Wheeler to get a completely free chance. Morrissey shot. Grubauer makes that save, pushing it wide. 10 minutes left. So the Jets are trying to build off of that goal. Here we go. Kraken break out. Yanni Gourde will put it into the corner. Nope, doesn't make it there. Borgen will now put it into the corner for sure. It's in behind the net where Riddick has it. Perfetti has it out in front. Grubauer with the save. Alrighty. So we got 9:21 left. Tie game now at 2. Yeah, the Kraken need to get a good shift here to try and turn things back the other way. Winnipeg's starting to build. All right, apparently we're going to another commercial break. Stick with you for this one. Well, that's unfortunate. Kraken got one bounce to go their way at the end of the second, and bounce goes against them here midway through the third to tie things up. Okay, well, that's all right. Still got 9 minutes and 21 seconds to get this one back. Oh God, this is the Chipotle commercial I don't like. The soundtrack of Chipotle. I like their other commercial. Show me more guac. That's what I want. Guac the stream. All right, we're back. Oh. Oh, they're talking about. Oh, I was like, they're doing the defender of the game, and it was Brendan Dillon, and I was like, what? He's not a Kraken player. But he played for the Thunderbirds, obviously, and apparently he's a huge Mariners fan. The Mariners pitchers and catchers reported today. So, Mariners back at it. McCann has it behind the net. Out in front for Eberle, handcuffs him, and that could be bad. Well, they managed to... Nobody was expecting Eberle to flub that, so fortunately it did not turn into an odd man break the other way. Schultz will get that up. And that's icing. So back down to the Kraken end. Here we go. Larson will pump it out. Pionk intercepts it, though, at center ice. It comes back down into the Kraken end, where Susi will get to it first, up to Schultz. Schultz wheels around. That's a dangerous one. Pionk got to it and got the shot off, and it tipped wide of the net. Out. Connor, nice play there, unfortunately. Morrissey out to Pionk. Pionk, in front from Kyle Connor was, I think it was in front, or maybe it was Ehlers. No, Ehlers has it now. Shoots, stopped by Grubauer. The Kraken need to get this figured out. Just hemmed into their own end. Kyle Connor with the puck up in the corner. Gets it to Morrissey at the other side. Morrissey taken down, and that gets it out of the zone at least, so the Kraken can get a change. Bjorkstrand has it now. The Kraken can regroup. They got the change off, which is good. So now they'll change their defenseman. Bjorkstrand puts it down into the Jets' end. Doesn't get all the way in. Goes past Wheeler, and that should be icing. Yes. So the Kraken, with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left, will get a face-off in the Jets' end of the ice. Go Jets go. Unfortunately, I cannot agree with that statement there, Dougie. Apologize. All right, Kraken lose the face-off. DeMello has it, and that should be icing again. Yep. So 7 seconds later, we'll get another face-off down on the same end of the ice. Get all these Kraken fans there. That's what you like to see. Oh, that's what you really like to see. Got a couple with their young kid, and the couple both wearing their Jets things, and the kid's wearing Kraken. Capturing the next generation. Tolvanen. In, shoots. Save made. Tolvanen just kind of got up right to that face-off dot and then fired off a shot trying to catch Riddick off guard, and I think he might have done that, but he put it right into Riddick's chest. Yeah, he definitely caught Riddick a bit off guard there, but put it right on him. Yeah, I think he was trying to put it far side, and it went right down the middle and got Riddick right in the side of the abdomen area. Donato. Oh, ooh. Kraken win the face-off, but they're having a hard time getting to the puck. John Hayden fighting for it. John Hayden still fighting for it. It's up in the air. John Hayden still fighting for it. And now the Jets have it. The Kraken will get to it. Vince Dunn up to Geeky. Geeky. Oh, Donato. Geeky. Shot. Blocker save. And out of play, so another face-off. 6:33 left, and the Kraken another face-off in the offensive end. That lady found the camera, just stared it down there for the last little bit. A shot of the stands, they found some Kraken fans to put the camera on, and about halfway through, the lady in the middle saw the camera and just stared right at it. Always funny. Uh-oh, here's Dubois. Whoa! Put it through the crease, but nobody was there to tip it on the other side. Pionk still fighting for it. Hand pass, so they'll get a face-off just outside of the Jets' end of the ice. Oh, Dubois tried. Yeah, he tried to go backhand to forehand and put it around Grubauer, but couldn't get his stick back because Beniers was in his way. Jets win that face-off, and that'll be icing. So we'll get another face-off down farther into the Jets' end of the ice. This one will come all the way back into their offensive end, rather than just outside the blue line. A lot of stopping and starting going on here. Here's Borgen with it. Shot. Blocker save again. Alexiak will keep it in. Out of play, I guess, off of Riddick, so the Kraken will get another face-off in the offensive end at 6 minutes left. Here we go. Kraken lose the face-off, but do they get to the puck? Ooh, big hit from Tanev. And he comes out of the offensive end. Borgen gets to it first, though. He wheels around it with Wheeler on him. That's tipped in off of Tanev. So no icing. The Jets do have it, though, and that will not quite get cleanly. Kraken end up back in their end with the puck. Gord over to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand will get it in. Bjorkstrand shoot. Definitely blocked in front. Schultz has it. Shot. Blocked in front again. And Appleton has the breakaway. And off the goalpost. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Well, the Kraken back to the kill. Back to the kill for the Kraken. There's a slashing call on somebody. Tolvanen, I think, in front of the net. Went off the post on Appleton's breakaway, and then Appleton got to the puck first, got a pass out in front of the net, and I don't know who it was, but they could not make it happen. So So about 5 minutes left in the game. The Kraken will spend, hopefully, the next 2 of it on the penalty kill. Oh boy, this one's getting interesting. All right, we're back from commercials here. The Jets with their also pretty weird mascot. It's definitely a weird mascot, but I mean, like, the Kraken have buoy, so it's not like he can talk too much. So Appleton just put it off the post. Oh, so was it Apple? Yeah, and then Appleton got it out in front. So it was Bjorkstrand that drew the call. Jets win the face-off. They're set up. Uh-oh, Tanev lost his stick, so it's a 3.5 on 5. Put it wide. Alexiak's down. He can't get it out. Morrissey has it. Shot. Oh, what a save! Oh, my goodness, what a save, Grubauer. Woo! All right, here we go again. Morrissey with the puck. Scheifele has it. Dubois down behind the net. Soucy's pestering him. Out of the reach of Morrissey, and the Jets clear it themselves. Oh, first minute, half the power play is gone. Oh, this is dangerous. Scheifele has it. Jets have no trouble getting back into the zone again. Morrissey all the way over. Back up to Morrissey, down to Scheifele. Scheifele looks around, doesn't see anything, so he'll go back up to Morrissey. Morrissey back over the other side. Kyle Connor shot. Saved by Grubauer. Kraken trying to get to it behind the net, at least killing off time. That's out in front for Morrissey. Morrissey to the side, shot. McCann blocked. McCann is feeling that one a little bit, but he's able to get to the bench. As the puck is cleared again, 20 seconds left on the power play for the Jets. And they're able to get back in. Perfetti in for Pionk down into the corner. Everyone's fighting for it. 3 Kraken down in the corner, so this could get dangerous. It gets out. That should kill off the power play. Tanev has it. Oh, Tanev tried to throw a pass there. Did not work out. The penalty is killed off with 3 minutes left in the game. The Jets breaking out here. It'll get to the far side where it goes past Alexiak, and Wennberg's got it now. Wennberg hounded. We'll turn it over to Appleton in the middle of the ice. Perfetti has it now. Perfetti. Eberle will dump it in. DeMello gets to it first, so the Jets will start their breakout. That one just gets through Schwartz. Beniers goes to it. Beniers wins it. And it does not get to Eberle, so it goes into the Jets' end where they get to it. Now they'll start their breakout again. Down and behind the Kraken net where Dunn will get to it first. He'll go back to Wennberg. Bjorkstrand, sorry. Open space. Pionk has it. He'll fire it down in behind the Kraken net. Don't know where it is right now. Oh, Beniers has it. Beniers throws it down behind the Jets net. 2 minutes left. Gord will get to it first. Borgen around to Tolvanen. Tolvanen will throw it up to Bjorkstrand. Sorry, Soucy. Soucy off the board. Oh, whoa! Gord, Tolvanen, no! Bjorkstrand. Oh my goodness, it was just chaos in front of the net. And the Jets will get to it with 1:20 left. Susie over to Borgen. Gord back to Susie. Susie will dump it in. Linesman will give him center ice, even though that was technically icing, but that's the norm. He got close to center ice, and he definitely could have gotten there easily, so they give it to him. 50 seconds left. The Jets are just going to try and ice this down to like 30 seconds and get one last push so they don't give the Kraken a chance to go back the other way. There we go. Kraken, nice intercept. They'll call it a high stick, so we'll get a face-off at probably center ice. What a save. So it'll come back. Jets win the draw. It'll come back into their end. 30 seconds left. That'll be icing. So 29 seconds left. And it will be a face-off in the Jets' end. Offensive end for the Kraken. Oh, they're saying center ice because apparently that wasn't icing. So it was called icing, but they're just trying to change their minds. So 30 seconds left. The face-off is at center ice. Beniers will take the face-off against Scheifele. And Scheifele wins it. So the puck in the Jets' end. They have it behind their net. They'll start the breakout. 17 seconds left. Alexiak up the boards. Connor, Alexiak has it. Beniers has it now. 9 seconds. Beniers still has it. Beniers is trying to play it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that will go to overtime. So the Kraken will at least get a point as we go to overtime. We'll come away with at least 1 point, which was, I think, absolute minimum from this game. And Grubauer has worked his tail off for this game. And classic, like, I feel like Grubauer did not have his best game, really, honestly, in the last one, but the Kraken scored 4 goals, so they get the win. And now Grubauer's back on it, completely on his game, and they only can get 2. And it's not even Hellebuck in goal. Oh, all right. Overtime it is. Kraken at least get 1 point. Do you think Dubois will get another shot? I need one more. Overtime. I mean, he will get overtime action, I'm sure. There's usually not a lot of shots in overtime, so I wouldn't bet on him getting another shot, but it's certainly possible. Same, need one more for Dubois. Yeah, so going to overtime, it's definitely possible because Dubois, I would imagine I haven't watched the Jets in overtime. Well, I watched them once in overtime this season. Kyle Connor going to score an OT? Let's hope not. Need to get the W. Kraken stay having me sweat. Oh. Kyle Connor gets to the puck first in the Kraken end. Save made by Grubauer, and he will get it out to Wenberg. So the Kraken have the puck now. So we got a shot, but it was Morrissey, not Dubois. Kraken now cycle around with the puck. Wenberg into the offensive end. Wenberg will pass it. Shot. Where is it? All right, Kyle Connor has the puck out of the back of the Jets net. Up to Morrissey. Morrissey at the blue line dumps it back to nobody. So Connor goes to get it. And here's Dubois. Will Dubois take the shot? Nope. He had the shot. He had the shot, but he chose not to take it. Morrissey has it. He's looking for a shot. He doesn't have it. Drops it to Kyle Connor. Connor will drop it to the guy coming in, who is Scheifele. Connor has it now. Around by Dunn. Kyle Connor is met. Wenberg's got it. This is an end of a long shift, so Wenberg's going to... Yep, the Kraken are just trying to get fresh legs out there now. Larson has it. Will Larson get it to Beniers? He sure will. Beniers has it. Beniers looking for someone to pass to. Nice pass for Eberle. Shot! Whoa, goes wide. This is going to be a 2-on-1. With Larson, Eberle's going to get back. Oh, I don't know if Wheeler just put that wide or if Grubauer made the save, but that... Ugh. Oh, nice play there by Bjorkstrand, but the Jets get back to it. Eberle hounded it. Wheeler will try to get it to Pionk. Instead, it's Scheifele with the shot. Come on, guys. Drop pass out of the reach. Here's McCann with it. Yeah, rethinks because you got to have fresh legs. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, halfway through overtime. Bjorkstrand has it. Bjorkstrand's going to go in. He finds a spot. Shot, and that goes wide. We'll get a face-off. Oh. Go Sea Dragons. I don't know when that actually season starts. Oh, yeah. Wheeler, I think, beat Grubauer a bit there, but he shoveled it wide on the backhand. Do you think Schwartz will get a shot? No, he probably... Well, I guess he'll get some ice time. I don't think Schwartz is getting a shot, though. All right, Kyle Connor has the puck again. Nate Schmidt has it. Broken up. Kyle Dubois with the puck. 2 minutes left. Ooh, Tolvanen it blocks the pass, but it goes back to Dubois. Here's Kyle Connor with it. He's going to skate in and... Ooh, nice play by Gord. Tolvanen went now with it. Tolvanen's going to rethink it in. Nice pass to Gord. Gord's in by himself. Gord's going to shoot and off the stick. Apparently off glass, not off netting, so it stays alive. Dunn has it go past him, so they'll regroup with 1.5 minutes left. New 3 out there. It is Schwartz, so he might get a shot. Schwartz shoots. So Schwartz got his shot. Dubois has it now, 2-on-1. Nice play by Wenberg to block that shot across. Or that pass across. Two guys getting tangled up there. Schwartz has the puck into the offensive end. He'll dump it back and turn it over. Morrissey has it with 50 seconds left. Shot. Save made by Grubauer. He dumps it out to Schwartz. Schwartz sends it back with 45 seconds left to Dunn. Kraken will get 2 guys changed. Dunn will send it up. Boards Wember. Oh, just wide of Eberle. Eberle down behind the net. He's got Beniers out in front. Larson out to Beniers. Beniers back to Larson. Larson dumps to Eberle. Eberle to Beniers. Beniers is going to shoot. Save made by Riddick. 26 seconds left in overtime. Oh, nice. Would have liked to see him maybe try and put that more towards the post than the middle of the net. He put it right on Riddick. If he had put that towards the post, I don't think Riddick saw it coming. What is Dubois doing? Not shooting. He had a chance to get a shot off earlier. And yep, Jets win it with 20 seconds. Win the face-off with 20 seconds left. Here's Kyle Connor with the puck. He's going to cut across. He's going to shoot. Goes wide. 10 seconds left. Kyle Connor still has the puck. Skating around in circles with it. Beniers on him. 5 seconds left. They're going to get one more shot, you would think. Nope. Beniers is going to block it. And that will be a shootout. Oh, shootout time. So it's 2-2, and we go to the shootout. Forgot to change it to OT, so it still said third there, but we'll get this changed. Kraken are 0 for 2 in the shootout so far this season. All right, we go to the shootout for the Kraken against the Jets. And shootouts are not something they're going to favor the Kraken just because of top-end talent. Although, I mean, let's be honest, shootouts are kind of a crapshoot anyway. Even, like, top scorers in actual hockey are not always the best shootout guys. So, unfortunately, the best shooter the Kraken have ever had in the shootout might never play again in Donskoy. He scored twice in the shootout last year. 2 for 2, I think. Can he still get a shot on goal? No. Even if he gets a shutout, no stats count from the shootout. So even if they put Dubois out there, it won't count as a shot on goal. Not towards his stats. So if you needed Dubois to get one more shot, I'm afraid you're going to come up one short. Looks like the Jets will take the first shot here with Mark Scheifele. Grubauer's been on his game so far tonight, so let's hope that carries over into the shootout. Don't know what we're waiting for, other than the officials. All right, here comes Scheifele. And scores. Scheifele scores on the backhand, so the Kraken need one now. Kraken have 3 chances to try and not lose. That was just a nice shot off the bar, off the backhand. All right, here's Donato. Donato's the first Kraken to take the shot. I really want Beniers to get a shootout attempt, but I don't know if it's going to happen. And it's wide. Well, he didn't go right up to the net like last time. Here's Kyle Connor with a chance to put the Kraken on the game point. And save made by Grubauer in and out of the glove. So the Kraken got 2 more chances to score one here. It's Jordan Eberle with the shot for the Kraken. Shut down. So it'll all come down to the third Kraken shooter if the Jets don't score here, but the Jets with a chance to win it on this next shot. And it's Dubois who has the chance to win it. And he does. The Kraken get 1 point as Dubois ends it in the shootout. Well, that sucks. Yeah, the Kraken are just not meant for the shootout, and it showed there. 0-3 in the shootout this season, so they'll pick up a point. The Kraken will go to 30-18-5. It's only the fourth game this season the Kraken have gone into the third with a lead and not won, so that definitely feels bad. Well, the Kraken will be back at it in a couple of days against the Flyers, so we'll hope for a win there. Be Thursday, the Kraken will get the Flyers in Seattle, so... Bummer. Matt, yeah, shootouts. Thanks for the stream, absolutely. Thanks everyone for joining, by the way, and joining for this last one. We got the big spike there at the end with people joining for the shootout, but unfortunately does not go Seattle's way. Man, shootouts, I just think of it as a draw. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what it is. It's basically a tie, but they do a skills competition so somebody can get one more point. The good news for the Kraken is that they don't play there's no shootouts in the playoffs if they make it there, so no shootouts and fewer special teams. All good news for the Kraken if they make the playoffs. Yeah, Grubauer had a heck of a night. I think it was 40 shots on goal by the end of it for Grubauer. Yeah, 40 shots on goal. Grubauer with 38 saves. So Grubauer saving 38 of 40. Oh no, we suck again. No, I don't. I mean, like, the Jets are a very good team, and it was on the road at the end of a long road trip, so that's, I mean, like, I think you're happy with getting a point coming out of, like, you're happy with getting a point in Winnipeg. It just kind of, it sucks not only because you had the 2-1 lead going into the third, but I think it mostly just sucks that it's just the 3 points coming off that road trip, which is ultimately down to losing those first 3 games of it. But they get the Flyers, who are the 1 win of the road trip on Thursday, and then they get a team who's having even a worse season than the Flyers in the Red Wings on Saturday. So a couple of games that are, I think that's pretty much 4 points you need to have here for the Kraken here in the next 2 games. But again, yeah, you don't hate to get the 1 point in this game isolated. It's just that it sucks to have only 3 points coming out of 5 games on the road trip. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining the stream. Shootouts are for the All-Star game. Yeah, I agree. Shootouts are fun in the All-Star game, and like, I don't know, it's just, they're fun. Like, shootouts are fun to watch, but it's just a dumb way to decide games. So anyway, I'm pretty hungry, and we did get some extra here with the overtime and the shootout. So I think we're gonna start to wrap things up again. If you have any last thoughts, throw them there now, and we'll wrap up here with a couple minutes and call it a night. But unfortunately, the Kraken lose their first game that I streamed this season, which obviously is the biggest thing that we're focusing on. Kraken now are 3-0-1 in games that we've streamed on the channel so far this season. Yeah. Really, it's a well-played game by the Kraken, I think, all in all. But they were definitely sometimes they got a little bit hemmed into their defensive end and had some troubles. But well, they'll come back. Hopefully, come back home hungry to make up for what, although it ended well or relatively well with 3 points in 2 games, was not a very successful road trip. And they'll come back with some games they need to win, and then a third game against Boston that's going to be a tough one. But anyway, I think we'll call it there. And appreciate again, really appreciate everyone joining. Before you head out, if you could, and I know, roll your eyes, but if you hit the like button or even subscribe if you haven't done yet, but just help out the channel a little bit if you were hung out for the stream and enjoyed it. Obviously, the likes won't help draw more people to the stream as we're going to end it, but it helps YouTube know that people like what's going on here. So anyway, thanks again for everyone joining. We'll have a couple of more of these go throughout the season. We still got a couple months of season left, so we'll have a couple more streams for sure. And yeah, until the R&R, stay safe out there. Be good to each other. God bless, and go Kraken. Hope for a better result with this homestand. And end stream.